We're all checked into the Silver Queen Hotel. The guest book had a lot of tales of hauntings, so could be an interesting night.
This is our room.
Yeah, I found it at the end of the dark hallway.
This place takes on a whole different vibe when it gets dark.
Good morning, happy travelers. We had a little bit of a lazy morning in Reno today, but our main goal was to come up here to Virginia City, Nevada.
Virginia City is an old mining town that's just south of Reno. We're gonna be staying the night here in a pretty crazy hotel.
They say this hotel is one of the most haunted in Nevada. We're exploring the city today. They have the old Main Street, which we've already driven down. Tons of old buildings, museums, mines that you can tour, all kinds of things to do here. It's a pretty cool place to see.
I don't know if you can hear it right now, but there's like a train blowing its whistle behind us. So there's a lot going on. Definitely some cool Old West vibes here. So let's get into the town.
So we're walking down the main street, which is called C Street. There's tons of super old buildings like saloons and cigar shops and mercantile places and general stores. They're pretty interesting, and the haunted hotel we're staying in is also on this street, which I'm super excited to see what that looks like later. So we went to the visitor center to get some information on the best things to do in Virginia City. The guy over there, James, suggested that we come to the Palace Saloon, and so far I'm happy we did because they have autumn cocktails, one of which is a pumpkin spice Bailey's and coffee with whipped cream on it. One in Virginia City, I guess. Okay. I got whipped cream on my nose. It happened. Ordered a California chicken sandwich on grilled sourdough. It's kind of your standard pub fare, nothing too special, and especially after this lovely cocktail, I don't think we'll really care what the food tastes like. All right, we just got finished with lunch and we're gonna try to catch the last mine tour of the day, which is at 3 p.m. at the Collar Mine. I'm a little bit nervous because I have a smidge of claustrophobia. This is supposed to be one of the best things to do in Virginia City as it is a mining town. So let's go see a silver mine, shall we? All right, so the one mine tour we were gonna go to, they closed early because I guess I didn't have enough people. So we decided that we're gonna check into our haunted hotel first, and then we're gonna go check out the other mine tour that's in town, which is just like a couple blocks walking. We're all checked into the Silver Queen Hotel. We're in room number 18. We're about to go check out our room. And the guest book had a lot of tales of hauntings, so could be an interesting night. Let's do it.
Whoa. Look at this staircase.
Kind of lean into the left, too.
This is our room.
Yeah, I found it. Of course, it's at the end of the dark hallway. Okay, we've come into our room. We are room number 18. Our room has its own bathroom with a shower. A lot of the rooms do come with clawfoot bathtubs, but we weren't able to get one of those today. The ceilings are pretty high. We've got a nice big bed. No real modern amenities, no TV, or I don't think there's any Wi-Fi. There's a sink actually in the room, and then we've got a little water closet here that has the toilet and the little shower. And this is it. There's baseboard heat, which is good because it's pretty cold outside. And it's pretty old-fashioned, so don't come here expecting modern amenities. Just come here expecting ghosts.
Kelly forgot to mention on the room tour that there's just this random door that is locked. We've tried to get into it. It's locked from the other side.
It's an adjoining room.
I don't know, but that's probably where all the ghosts are, in there.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we're all checked in, we're going to walk a couple blocks to the other mine that's in town and hopefully catch a tour of that.
So we're about a half hour early for the mine tour, so it's in a bar, so might as well get a drink. Got our tickets, ready to go.
The Ponderosa mine tour was pretty flat and level. It was actually connected to the Ponderosa Saloon. There's no up and down involved, but you end up being 5 stories under the actual mountain. So you do go underground because you kind of go perpendicular into the mountain. The big thing that they found here was silver, although they did find a lot of gold in the mountain. And they made these mines like 8 years before dynamite was even invented. So they built these mines with candles and picks and axes, which is pretty crazy. So we just got back to our hotel room from the mine tour. I thought it was pretty awesome. The guide was very, very knowledgeable. The mine itself was a little underwhelming, but it was still worth $9 a person, so I had a good time. The guide explained to us about how lots of mining equipment ended up being invented here in Virginia City just out of necessity. I definitely would recommend it. If you come to Virginia City, it's all about mining, so going on a mining tour is pretty essential. And the mine itself was shored up with tons and tons of wood braces, so it didn't feel unsafe at all. And the guide explained to us that he kind of over-engineered it himself just to make it super, super safe. It's definitely family-friendly fun if you come here with the kiddos.
We've hung out in the room for a little bit, but now we're gonna head out and get some dinner. This place takes on a whole different vibe when it gets dark.
It seems like Virginia City closes up a little bit early since it is November and it gets dark early and it's cold. So not many places are open for dinner, but we discovered the Cider Factory, which is actually super cozy and inviting, and I'm really glad we came here. It smells really good, and we've ordered some nice comfort foods like pasta and salmon, and we got this stuff called cider bread, which is like cheesy, tomatoey garlic bread, and I'm super excited to try a piece of it. Garlic bread is just good as it is, but this has mozzarella and basil and tomato on it, so I feel like it's going to be amazing. Oh man, that's so good. I feel like there's some balsamic on there. Did you get a taste of that? Which would make sense because of the mozzarella and everything, but it's just out of the oven, so it's kind of gooey, warm, cheesy, vinegary, the best things. I'm excited for our main meal if the bread is just like this. Also, I have to mention, everyone we've come in contact with in Virginia City has been extremely knowledgeable and helpful. The customer service here has been really, really good so far.
Our food has just arrived, and I got the smoked chicken pasta with sun-dried tomatoes. There's some mushrooms in there. I'm stoked.
So I got grilled salmon with wild rice, and the reason it sounded really interesting to me had smoked tomato butter on it, which I'm not really sure what that is, but it sounds amazing, so I'm excited about it. It's really good. The butter gives it a nice fatty flavor, but not like overwhelmingly so. And I can't really taste any tomato, but it's tasty, sure.
Go ahead and get into this right now. Oh, it's super good. A lot of times I don't get cream-based dishes just because they're really heavy, but this one's really light, so it's super nice. Good choice on the restaurant, Kel.
Okay, so I'm completely stuffed, but our server did a fantastic job of selling a dessert to us. He was like, oh, we have one piece left. And I was like, oh, okay. The dessert today is a bread pudding with pumpkin butterscotch chips, pumpkin cheesecake ice cream with pumpkin caramel drizzle on top. So it's like pumpkin overload. I haven't tried it yet. It looks amazing, and all that stuff just sounds good together. So I'm very optimistic as to how this is going to taste. Oh my god, that's too much drizzle. That's too much. Whoa. Crazy. It's definitely pumpkin-y, obviously, but not in an overwhelming way. I feel like the caramel may be salted because it's kind of got a little saltiness. I'm like salivating as I say this, so I think it's salty. It's really good. You're gonna enjoy it.
So that meal was super tasty, the best we've had in a long time. So definitely check out that place if you ever come to Virginia City. We'll link the Cider Factory in the description so you can check it out. But we're back here, just parked, and we're gonna walk up to our hotel room, and there's nobody out. It's just such a change from the daytime. There's literally not a single person on the street right now. I can hear somebody up there, but there's nobody here, so it's definitely a little more like a ghost town now. So when we first decided to stay in a haunted hotel, I was like, okay, I'm not really afraid of ghosts. I don't know if I believe in all that kind of stuff, but I will say from the daytime to the nighttime, this place changes quite a bit. It's definitely a little more eerie after the sun goes down. And one thing that I think is going to be a little difficult tonight, there aren't really any distractions in this room. There's no television, there's no internet here. There really isn't anything to kind of take your mind off of where you are. So it definitely forces you to be very present, which is awesome, but it's a little different when you're staying in a haunted hotel.
As we said, there's no Wi-Fi in the hotel, but luckily I tethered my phone to our laptop, so we were able to stream a movie for a while and we relaxed. But now it's time to go to bed. We're gonna wait for those ghosties to wake us up at 3 a.m. I think he's a little scared.
I'll be fine.
Are you ready to go to bed? You look so tired.
I am tired. Let's go to sleep.
Good night.
It's dark.
Yeah. Shh. That's not how ghosts sound.
Alright. Good morning, everyone.
I don't think either of us got a very good night's sleep, not because of ghosts, just because this mattress is pretty much only springs, and I think it's actually from the 1860s. We didn't experience any paranormal activity, which I'm both relieved and disappointed by, I think. But we are headed home today. Gonna make a 9-hour drive all the way back to Long Beach, so we need to get dressed and get going, I think. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you've made it this far, you should go ahead and subscribe, I think. And hit that thumbs up button, and we will see you in our next video. This is Kelly and Kevin. Peace out.
We have just received our negative COVID test results, so I guess we're going to Hawaii.
That was terrible. Pretty springy bed.
There were lots of noises throughout the night, but it's just an old house. There were lots of noises throughout the house.